Nude in sleep, he awoke to her on top of him. Cal Mercer snapped awake, iron grip clamping Vera's wrists. She straddled his bare chest, scales glinting under cabin lights, her thighs locked like vice jaws. He twisted, slamming her arms down against the bunk mattress. Off. Now, Vera snarled, fangs bared. Her body heat scorched his skin, alien musk flooding his nostrils. She lunged forward, teeth sank into his collarbone. Pain exploded, blood welled hot, shipwide alarms shrieked. Right claim initiated, claimant VEYRA SELN ASSERTS dominance. All personnel stand down, jurisdiction transfer imminent. Cal's pulse hammered, he shoved her backward, she clung, legs hooked around his waist. Bulkhead panels flashed red, footsteps thundered in the corridor outside his cabin. Vera licked blood from her lips. My now human right binds you. Wrong. Cal yanked free, muscles coiling from years of zero-G drills. He rolled off the bunk, dragging her with him. Her claws raked his shoulder, door chime exploded. Mercer, open up, Prefect Hask Vorn, security command. Right claim voids your contract. Stand down. Cal ignored it. He lunged for the cabin door panel. Vera twisted in his grasp, knee driving toward his groin. He blocked, pinned her against the bulkhead. One hand smashed the access plate. Maintenance bypass kicked in, fingers danced over exposed wiring. Standard procedure. Lock engaged with a hydraulic hiss. Vera hissed. You defy right law, Matron Keeper Ursun will void us both. Quiet. Cal scanned the cabin. No weapons, no exits but the door. Service hatch gleamed under the bunk, his bolt hole from install shifts. Alarms pulsed. Enforcement squad deployed. Claimant and claimed to be secured. Corridor boots slammed closer. Power tools whined, breach charges priming. Cal snatched a thermal blanket from the rack. He wrapped it around Vera's naked form, muffling her thrashing. Fabric bound her arms tight. She bucked. Release me, I command. He hoisted her over his shoulder. 180 pounds, easy lift, fireman's carry locked, service hatch popped under his boot. He dove in, Vera draped like dead weight. Hatch sealed behind them. Darkness swallowed the crawl space. Conduits hummed. Air recyclers whispered. Vera writhed. Fool, squad breaches in 30 seconds. Hask obeys Ursun without question. Cal crawled forward, elbows scraping gel foam walls. Emergency light strips flickered on his wristcom. They'll search cabins first. We move. Her breath rasped against his back. Right claim grants me your service. Protection, you fight for me now. Bullshit. He navigated a junction, veering starboard toward engineering subdecks. Ship schematics burned in his mind, every bypass, every vent. Door breach boomed distant. Mercer, Vera Seln, surrender. Prefect Hask Vorn's voice barked over ship comms. All decks, right jurisdiction active. Human is property, claimant secured for matron adjudication. Vera stiffened on his shoulder. He calls me property, Ursun twists law already. Cal grunted. Junction ahead split 3 ways. He chose the dimmest, least monitored. Your mess. You explain. My mess. Claws dug through blanket. You accepted berth on Seln vessel, new risks. Contract said engineering only. He squeezed past a coolant manifold, frost nipping his skin. Vera shivered against him, ship shuddered. Squad deployed drones, high-pitched scans pierced vents. Cal tapped his wristcom, muted engineering channel. Static crackled. He fed a loop signal, last shift's idle readings. Scans would chase ghosts. Vera twisted to glare up at him. Golden eyes narrowed. What do you do? Work, he pushed deeper. Crawl space narrowed, forcing prone slide. Alarms escalated. Unauthorized access detected. CRAWLSBACE purge initiated. Vents hissed. Stun gas flooded behind them. Cal sealed the junction bulkhead with a jury rig. Pressure equalized. Gas billowed harmlessly aft. Vera's scales rasped his arm. Purge protocols kill intruders you bypassed? Standard. He dragged them onward, sweat slicked his skin. Her weight dragged, but rhythm held, distant shouts echoed. Human vanished, drones blind. Hask's roar cut through. Impossible, reboot grid. Cal smirked in the dark. Grid reboot took 5 minutes, plenty. They hit a maintenance node. He dumped Vera onto graded flooring. Blanket fell away, exposing iridescent scales, curves honed by low-G evolution. She crouched, fangs flashing. Give me your shirt, cold. He stripped it off, tossed it. Fabric draped her like a cloak. Stay low. She clutched it, nostrils flaring at his scent. Right binds deeper than locks, bite seals fealty. Blood's blood. He pried a panel, exposing power relays. Diagnostic pinged clean. Shipwide, Matron Keeper Ursun decrees claimant Vera in violation. Squad sees both. Human forfeit to custody. Vera snarled. Ursoon, she covets my house alliances. Cal sealed the panel. Quiet, they track heat. She pressed close, body heat merging with his. You protect now, right demands. He gripped her arm, pulled her into the next conduit. I decide. Crawlspace branched. Primary engineering loomed ahead his domain, but squad sealed it, detour. He veered into auxiliary life support. Filters hummed loud. Vera's claws pricked his bicep. Hask assumes humans fragile, soft-skinned prey. Let him. Cal palmed a vibration sensor. Squad boots vibrated deck plates closing from port. He rerouted them starboard into waste recyclers. Stench hit hard, chemical tang burned eyes, Vera gagged. Disgraceful path. Effective. He shoved through sludge baffles, pipes groaned. Behind, breach charges popped vents. Target and recyclers, flush them. Flush valves word, slurry surged. Cal slammed an override, valves jammed mid-cycle. Slurry pooled, slowing pursuit. Vera slipped in muck. He caught her waist, hauled her up. Skin slid slick against scales. She froze, eyes locking his. Strong grip. Move, he propelled her forward. They burst into a subdeck locker, tools, spares, his kit. Door hissed shut. He welded it with a plasma torch from the rack. Silence fell, breathers rasped. Vera peeled off the filthy shirt, stood bare, scales dripping. We hide. No, Cal wiped blood from his collarbone bite. Wound clotted fast, human clotting, alien toxin be damned. Riscom buzzed private channel, Hask's face flickered holographic. Mercer, emerge, matron offers mercy. Cal muted audio, typed right claim active, stand down. Hask's image scowled. Human ignorance, you serve Vera, she serves Ursoon. Vera leaned in, breath hot on Cal's neck. Tell him I claim you fully, bite proves dominance. Cal deleted the message, powered down. Alarms droned distant. Squad rerouted minutes away. He scanned the locker, exosuit rack. Grabbed 2 industrial frames for hull work. Vera eyed them. Power armor, forbidden for passengers. Engineer's kit. He stepped in, suit word, servos locking. Plating sealed over skin. She donned hers clumsily. Scales caught seams. Controls evade me. He adjusted hers, gauntlet sync, visor link. Follow my lead. Suit HUD pinged, squad thermal signatures converging 20 meters. Cal palmed the far hatch. We go loud. Vera gripped his arm plate. To where? Bridge auxiliary cut their comms. She bared fangs in a grin. Bold. Hatch cycled, corridor stretched empty, squad bypassed. They ghosted forward, suits muffled steps. Footsteps pounded ahead, 4 squad armed stunners. Cal charged, suit enhanced stride 8 distance. Lead alien spun. Contact. Stunner bolt splashed harmless. Cal's fist connected, plate crumpling helmet. Second alien fired. Cal sidestepped, grabbed rifle, reversed, cracked ribs. Vera lunged. Claws extended through suit gloves, ripped a throat comm. Third alien backed. Human in exosuit, alert. Cal's boot snapped its knee. Down, fourth bolted. Vera pounced, pinned it. Yield. It hissed. Prefect, backup. Cal crushed its weapon. No, they stripped comms, jammed signals. Squad net fractured. Vera rose, blood on scales. You fight like us, better. Trained. Cal led to auxiliary bridge ladder, climbed fast. Topside, console access. He jacked in. Fingers flew maintenance route. Ship comms looped static. All clear, false alarm. Hask's voice broke through fragmented. What sorcery, grid locked. Cal pulled plug. Console sparked. Vera watched, eyes wide. You command the ship, part of it. He wiped hands. Right or not, they come harder now. Silence stretched. Distant alarms reset. Her hand brushed his suit plate. Claim holds, you shield me. Cal met her gaze. Locked the auxiliary hatch. Pursuit closed in. But control shifted. Hask's squad battered a deck below. Tools failed against welded seams. Prefect Hask stared at his dead console. Human bypassed core protocols. Impossible. Matron Ursoon's hologram flickered. Capture them. Or I void your command. Hask gripped his stunner. Assumptions cracked. Cal's shadow loomed in the vents above, unseen. Prefect Hask Vorn slammed the corridor seal. Bulkheads groaned shut. Red emergency lights pulsed. Human Mercer, his voice amplified through deck speakers. Surrender claimant Vera, now, or we vent this section. Cal Mercer crouched in the auxiliary vent grate above the squad. Vera pressed beside him, scales rasping against metal. Her breath heated his neck. He ignored it. Fingers pried the access panel loose. Console glowed faint under his gauntlet light. One tap. Cabin power died, lights blacked out. Life support fans word silent. Hask's squad froze below. Power failure, a trooper hissed. Negative, localized, Hask barked. Scan for heat. Cal rerouted flows. Pulled auxiliary O2 scrubbers online. Flooded the vent shaft with chilled recyclers. Their combined signatures vanished. Thermal scanners below pinged empty. Nothing, a trooper reported. Grid shows clear, Hask snarled. Override, force the hatch, Cal watched them cluster. Stun lances charged blue. Their panels sparked, refused input. Hask punched it again, dead. Impossible, it's keyed to my crest. Vera shifted. Her claw tapped Cal's arm. Crest code. She extended her wrist implant. Hologram flared, aristocrat's spiral gold-edged. Claimant's seal pulsed. The right binds you, she whispered. Tribunal spine, now Matron Ursun arbitrates there. Cal eyed the code. Ship law flashed in his mind, contract specs. Dominance right invoked. Claimant directs guardian. Refusal voids protection. He nodded once. Scooped her up, dropped through a side grate, landed soft in the dark subdeck. Squad shouts echoed behind sealed bulkheads. They ran. Vera's claws gripped his suit. You yield. Contract, Cal grunted. Maintenance ladders blurred past. Her weight meant nothing. Discipline held ribs steady. Alarms wailed distant. Hask's voice crackled shipwide. All decks, Claimant Vera in breach. Human accomplice armed, lethal force authorized. Cal hit a junction box, jacked his multi-tool. Root access, deeper layer, not comms this time, audit logs. He spun code. Planted false entry, Tech ID 47 Krell, timestamp breach at power core, framed the squad's own auxiliary engineer, purged his traces, logged out. Done, he yanked the jack. Vera's eyes gleamed in the glow. You rewrite truth. Standard procedure. Footfalls thundered ahead. Patrol rounded the corner, 3 lancers. Cal shoved Vera into shadow, ducked low. They charged past, chasing ghosts. Corridor cleared. He pulled her forward. Tribunal spine loomed, central nexus. Armored doors, guarded. Vera flashed her crest again. Doors cycled, priority override. They slipped in. Hask's squad battered vents a deck back. Fury built, but logs lied. Krell's badge pinged guilty. Hask checked his wrist pad. Entry confirmed. Tech 47 accessed route at breach time. Traitor! He roared. Troopers wheeled. Krell. Secure him. Chaos erupted below. Manacles snapped on the wrong throat. Interrogation drones deployed. Hask's focus split. Cal smirked in the spine shadows. New game. Vera tugged his arm. Matron waits. Tribunal chamber hummed. Hollow thrones ringed a central dais. Matron Keeper Ursun dominated the head. Scales polished obsidian. Eyes like data voids. Her tendrils flexed over sanction pads. Vera strode forward. Crest blazed. Matron, right invoked. Guardian claimed. Ursun's gaze pierced. Claimant, you flee enforcement. Guardian shields. Vera thrust chin at Cal. He stood rock-steady, arms loose. Ursun's tendril waved. Human, step forward. Cal did, no flinch. Contractor Mercer. Her voice chilled. You breach protocols. Responding to right, he said flat. Holologs flickered up. Her own feed, power kill, thermal mask, false breach. She froze. These actions yours, Vera hissed low. His craft command systems. Ursun's tendrils coiled. Impossible. Human clearances limit maintenance. Cal met her stare, silence stretched. One beat, her pad beeped. Incoming, Hask's priority. Matron, Tech Krell confesses he aided the breach. Ursun's eyes narrowed. Framed, perfect. Doors hissed behind. Hask burst in. Squad trailed. Lances hot. Claimant secured. His gaze locked Cal, then logs. Krell's image cycled on hollow. Hask paled. Wait, Ursun silenced him. Prefect, your failure cascades. Hask dropped to knee. Matron the human, logs indict Krell. She cut. Tendril stabbed sanction. Krell's feed screamed distant. Interrogation live. Hask lunged. Human tricked us. Stun lance arced. Cal sidestepped. Grabbed wrist, twisted. Lance clattered. Vera's claw flashed, pinned Hask's throat. Yield, Prefect, he gurgled. Squad hesitated. Ursun raised tendril. Halt! They froze. Power shifted. Cal released, stepped back. Vera held Hask down. Ursun's voice dropped. Right holds. Guardian proves. She tapped pad. Shipwide decree flashed. Claimant Vera secured under Guardian Mercer. Tribunal spine jurisdiction. Hask thrashed. But Matron sanctioned. She voided his crest. Badge sparked dead. Squad disarmed. Marched out. Silence fell. Vera rose. Blood-flecked claw retracted. Cal watched Ursun. She circled holologs. Tendrils probed code. Rewrites defied her scans. Human strings pulled alien puppets. Her eyes lifted. Locked his. No words. Vera's hand brushed Cal's. Tribunal hours. Doors sealed. Hask's distant roar faded. Alarms silenced. Spine thrummed quiet. Ursun's tendril hovered over emergency override. paused, withdrew, she turned, exited without sound, chamber emptied, Vera leaned close, claws grazed his chest plate. You turn hunters to hunted. Cal checked ribs, steady, locked the spine core, one low hum, her crest pulsed sync with his tool, alliance bound, threat circled outside, but spine held. Silence deepened, doors defied all codes. Cal slammed the spine core panel shut. Hask's roar echoed through the vents, closer now. Drone's word. Bulkhead rattled. Vera's crest flared red. They breach in 60. He scanned the holomap. Tribunal conduit branched ahead. One path glowed green, guarded lifts, dead end. The other pulsed black, unsurvivable vacuum exposure. Maintenance arm to raw spine, no suit stored, no time. Cal grabbed her wrist, pulled her toward the hatch. This way, her claws dug in. Human, it kills. He punched the release. Hatch hissed open. Vacuum warning screamed. Air fled in a white gale. Frost rhymed the edges. He stepped in, boots locked to deck grating. Zero pressure clawed his skin, ears popped, lungs burned empty. Vera froze at the threshold, crest flatlined. No guardian, we die. He yanked harder. Her body tumbled forward. Claws scraped metal. They spun into the arm. Hatch iris shut behind, silence crushed. No air, no sound. Stars wheeled through viewports, ship's hull naked to void. Cal's vision tunneled. Blood boiled at edges. He counted strides. 20 meters to next bulkhead. Vera convulsed beside him. Gills fluttered, useless. Eyes bulged, she clawed his arm plate. Panic crest spiked her scales. He ignored it, fixed on the crank wheel ahead. Massive, jammed. Drones buzzed at the far hatch, Hask squad piercing the spine seal. Red lights flashed, pursuit locked. Vera thrashed, legs buckled. He caught her mid-spin, pinned her to the grating. One hand clamped her jaw, forced stillness. Her pulse hammered against his glove. 15 meters, lungs screamed fire, black spots danced. Standard procedure, hold breath, move fast, seal next. Humans trained for breach drills, 2 minutes max. Aliens, not this. Drones breached the entry hatch, 3 units swarmed in. Sensors swept, locked on heat signatures. Thrusters ignited, they accelerated. Cal reached the crank. 12 turns to seal, his muscles corded, no power assist, pure torque, arm burned, spots worsened. Vera went limp against him, gills sealed shut. Drones closed, 10 meters, stun fields charged. He spun the wheel. 1 turn, 2, metal groaned, frost cracked, Vera's body cooled, scales paling blue, 8 meters. Lead drone fired grapple, line whipped past his boot. Turn 3, 4, wheel resisted. Cal wedged his shoulder, leaned full weight, it yielded. Vera twitched, claws scraped weak. No breath left, 6 meters, drone synced fire, fields crackled airless void. Turn 7, 8, bulkhead groaned inward. Cal kicked the lever, slammed home. Seals hissed, auto-pressurizing from reserve tanks. Air rushed in. Pressure equalized. Drones smashed the viewport. Hull spiderwebbed. They tumbled back, locked out. Cal ripped open his chest pouch, pulled the field mask. Human issue breather, slapped it over Vera's face. Seal clicked. Oxygen flooded her gills. She gasped. Crest surged green. Alarms blared. Vacuum breach contained. Contaminants detected. He hauled her up. Ribs ached from the crank. Skin itched raw. No time. Move! She staggered. Claws gripped his plate. How you breathed void! Deck shuddered. Hask's voice boomed through speakers. Seln, yield the human. Matron voids your right. Squad inbound. Cal checked the map. Tribunal conduit dropped below. Raw access shaft. No ladders. Freefall to core. Pursuit rerouting lifts bypassed. Vera leaned on him. Mask fogged. Ursun rewrites. She claims me forfeit. He spotted the drop hatch. Punched it open. Black Maw yawned. Emergency shear pins glinted inside. Down. Drones pounded the bulkhead. Sparks flew. Hull integrity at 80%. She hesitated. Crest flickered. Fall kills. Cal jumped, pulled her with. They plummeted. Wind howled. Walls blurred. He twisted midair. Grabbed a rung, braked hard. Boots hit conduit floor. Vera slammed into him. Claws locked. Silence hit. Low hum only. Mask cycled steady. Her breathing evened. He scanned up. Pursuit lights flickered distant. Drones funneling in. She peeled off the mask, handed it back. Crest pulsed sync. Guardian lives vacuum. Crank steel bare-handed. Aliens fear such. Cal pocketed it, spotted the sheer pin lever. Massive rod, drop it, and conduit seals terminal. No override from above. Footsteps echoed. Hask's squad dropped in. Target acquired. Neutralize Guardian. Cal yanked the lever. Pin sheared free. Upper hatch slammed. Metal screamed. Locked solid. Drones piled up. Lasers carved at the seal. Faint. Vera's claws grazed his neck. Warm now. Alliance deepens. They break on your path. He checked the core ahead. Tribunal chamber loomed. Ursun's domain, one beat of quiet, air thick. Her crest brushed his jaw, pulse matched his, steady. Then override klaxon, Ursun's voice cut through. Conduit purge, claimant isolated. Gas hissed. Conduit walls glowed hot. Venting protocols, no escape. Cal spotted the bypass grate. Human-sized, aliens wedged. He pried it. Sparks flew. Vera squeezed behind. Hask breached the pin. Squad dropped. End this. Cal kicked the grate shut, twisted a lockbar. Squad jammed. Claws scraped futile. They crawled, heat baked. Gas-clawed lungs, Vera coughed. Purge melts. He punched a service panel, exposed coolant lines, rerouted flow, manual valves, twisted shut, gas-starved, walls cooled, silence returned. Coolant hummed. She watched his hands, crest wide. You rewrite ship breath. As if born to it, core access neared. Ursun's tendrils probed feeds, holologs glitched. Human overrides layered deep. Hask roared below. Matron, human ghosts the conduits. Ursun's decree flashed shipwide. Guardian right affirmed, prefect relieved. Vera's hand tightened on his. She bends. Cal sealed the final hatch. Tribunal spine theirs. Threats silenced outside. Quiet deepened. Crest synced. Alliance iron. Vera burst through the antechamber hatch. Her voice cracked the air. Right protection invoked. Cal Mercer stands as my bound protector. Enforcers snapped to block the dais path. 8 armored figures, claws flexed on pulse lances. Prefect Hask Vorn loomed at their head. His crest spiked rage. Claimant seized, human detained. Cal gripped Vera's arm. Pulled her tight to his side. The antechamber hummed under tribunal lights. Hollow seals flickered on the walls. Matron Keeper Ursun's dais elevated beyond the line. Her silhouette sharpened in the feed glow. Ursun's voice boomed from the central dais. Cold, unyielding. Right subverted, seizure writ issued. Lethal retrieval authorized. Prefect execute. Hask's lance charged. Blue arc spat. Squad advanced. Boots thudded in sync. Vera's crest flattened against Cal's shoulder. Her claws dug in. Not fear, claim. Cal scanned the deck. Standard layout. Grav nodes embedded in the rim panels. Ship standard. Human rigs ran the same. He lunged left. Fingers pried the access plate. Metal buckled. Hask barked. Target the soft one. First lance fired. Bolt scorched the bulkhead inches from Cal's hand. Heat singed his sleeve. He ignored it, exposed the grav core, thumbed the manual override, yanked the field multiplier to max. Gravity crushed down. 10 Gs slammed the deck. Enforcers hit like dropped cargo. Armor cracked on impact. Lances skidded free. Hask's legs buckled first. His crest smashed flat. Claws scrabbled for purchase. Squad writhed, pinned, gasping. Vera staggered. Cal hooked her waist, braced his stance. Human knees locked, core trained for this. 0G drills, high-G sims, routine. He hauled her forward. Marched through the pinned line, boots crunched over a dropped lance. Hask's eyes bulged up at him. Mouth worked, no sound under the crush. Ursun rose from her dais, tendrils uncoiled, her voice strained through the field. Override, prefect counter, Cal kept stride. Grav hummed overload. Warning klaxons wailed faint. He dragged Vera past the last enforcer. Her weight pressed into him. Crest flared wide now against his neck. Dais ramp ahead. Ursun's guards flanked it. 2 elites. Lances raised. Cal released Vera, dove low. Rolled under the first bolt, came up inside guard reach. Elbow smashed the joint. Lance clattered. Second guard lunged. Claws raked air. Cal sidestepped. Grabbed the crest ridge. Yanked down. Into his knee. Bone crunched. Guard dropped. Vera vaulted the rail. Landed beside him. Claws bared at Ursun. Protector claimed. Tribunal yields. Ursun's tendrils froze. Hollow seals glitched. Her eyes locked on Cal. Calculations spun behind them. Cal stepped onto the dais. Grav field held the antechamber locked. He faced the matron, hand on the core panel. Ready to spike higher. Quiet fell, breaths only. Vera's pulse thrummed against his arm. Hask groaned distant. Squad immobile. Ursun's tendrils retracted, slow. Field strength, unprecedented, human calibration. Cal said nothing, watched her. She signaled the console. Writ hollow dissolved. Right protection logged, bound status affirmed, prefect stand down. Hask wheezed, claws stilled. Cal eased the grav multiplier, field normalized, enforcers sucked air, rolled slow, no pursuit. Vera leaned into him, crest brushed his jaw, warmth spread. Ursun sank to her throne, eyes on Cal's hands. Protector, state terms. He met her gaze, steady, silence stretched, alliance sealed, deck still. Cal slammed his palm on the core panel, hollow interface flared. Public right adjudication, broadcast shipwide now. Ursun's tendrils snapped rigid. Her throne hummed. Guards shifted at the ramp base. Vera's claws dug into his sleeve. Heat from her crest pulsed against his neck. Denied! Ursun's voice sliced cold. Console chirped denial codes. Protector claim provisional. Human status unverified. Cal's fingers danced across the panel. Override sequence initiated. Shipwide comms pinged. Feed locked onto the dais. Antechamber cams activated. Every deck monitor flickered to life. Hask lurched up from the deck. Claws scraped metal. Matron. Interrupt the feed. Too late. Cal's eyes stayed on Ursun. Broadcast icon burned green. Thousands watched. Crew bays, engineering vaults, bridge stations. Vera's breath hitched. Her weight pressed closer. Alliance held, but threads frayed. Ursun rose. Throne servos whined. Human, you intrude right law. Her tendrils extended. Hollow seals reformed above the dais. Reclassification, contracted asset Cal Mercer. Cargo manifest 47 be no personhood under Selnari code. Crew murmurs echoed through comms. Feeds captured it. Vera snarled low. Claws flexed. Cal pulled the contract slab from his vest. Thumbprint scanned. Biometric lock released. Document projected. Human alliance seal glowed. Counterfile submitted. Ursun's eyes narrowed. Console rejected it. Irrelevant. Human contracts subordinate to keeper authority. He tapped the slab's core line. Failsafe triggered. Ship shuttered. Docking clamps engaged. Port stasis protocol activated. Alarms blared shipwide. Bridge feeds showed umbilicals locking. Thrusters powered down. Navigation froze. Hask charged the dais. Lances powered. Vera intercepted. Crest flared. She blocked his path. Cal held the panel. Stasis field expanded from the core. Courtroom bulkheads sealed. Air recyclers hummed slower. Escape hatches irised shut. Ursun's tendrils quivered. What protocol is this? Standard docking failsafe. Cal's voice stayed flat. Tied to my biometrics, engineer clearance level 5, ship can't undock without my release. Crew feeds erupted. Panic voices overlapped. Stasis lock. Port authority hailing. Matron trapped. Human contract overriding core. Vera glanced at him, eyes wide, crest dipped low. Ursun signaled her console. Denial flashed red. Impossible. Selnari overrides supersede. Cal fed the contract deeper. Alliance registry synced. Failsafe nested. Every subsystem queried his print. Denied. Ship groaned. External clamps bit harder. Port stasis complete. The entire vessel bricked in harbor. Guards pounded sealed doors. Hask roared. His lance sparked against the field. Ursun sank back. Calculations spun in her gaze. You embedded this? Deck vibration faded. Silence crept in. Only breaths. Vera's pulse raced against his side. Cal watched her. No words. Power shifted. She extended a tendril, touched the panel edge. Readouts denied her. Broadcast continues. All decks witness. Crew silence spread. Feeds showed frozen faces. Enforcers halted. Engineers stared at locked consoles. Hask slumped. Lance powered down. Matron orders. Stand. Her voice cracked once. Steady again. Protector, release the lock. Cal crossed his arms. Slab hovered between them. Adjudicate the right. Publicly affirm Vera's claim. Ursun's throne dimmed. Hollow seals glitched. Terms, full protection, no reclassification, alliance binding. Vera's claws retracted. She leaned in. Warmth spread steady. Ursun paused. Feeds captured the quiet. One beat, two. Agreed. Her tendrils sealed it. Hollow flared green, shipwide ping. Right adjudication, Protector Cal Mercer affirmed. Claimant Vera Seln, bound under law. Clamps query pinged. Cal thumbed release. Stasis lifted. Thrusters warmed. Doors irised open. Guards backed away. Hask knelt. Crest low. Ursun's eyes locked on Cal's hand, still on the panel. Broadcast ended. Deck stilled. Vera's crest brushed his shoulder. Pulse synced. Silence held. Cal slammed the grav override. Decks lurched level. Air hissed through vents, thick with recycled ozone. The tribunal holofeed locked on dead air, shipwide blackout, every deck staring at frozen frames. Ursun's tendrils twitched. Vera pressed against his side, her scales fever-hot. Cal ignored the matron keeper. He palmed the environmental core. One tap. Lockouts purged. Breathable mix flooded the chamber. Crew gasps echoed from muted feeds, faint ship-spanning relief. Hask Vorn straightened outside the iris doors, his lance recharging with a whine. Ursun's throne console flickered. Protector, she rasped. The right binds you to Vera, not the vessel. Cal met her gaze, no yield. Vera's tendril uncoiled from his wrist. She slid the crest ring into his open palm, gold-flecked alloy etched with pulsing veins. Her authority symbol, matriarch line heirloom, keyed to her neural signature. "Take it," she murmured. "Full claimant transfer, bind us." The ring warmed. Alien biotech thrummed against his skin. Cal closed his fist. Neural hooks latched, instinct deep, no resistance. Human synapses fired clean. No lag, no rejection, he interfaced. Ship's command lattice bloomed in his mind, decks, squads, overrides, not engineering hacks. This was authority net, legal command stratum, right locked to crest bearers. Vera's pulse synced to his through the contact. Steady thrum. Her claws grazed his knuckles, trust absolute. Silence pooled, Cal scanned the lattice. Feed archives captured it. Vera's lean into him, ring handover. Crew faces shifted on sub-screens, whispers of he wears it. Ursun's eyes narrowed. One beat, two, uncertainty hung. Vera's breath slowed against his shoulder, her scent sharpened, pheromones of claim sealed. Cal held still. Lattice hummed quiet, no moves yet, doors buckled outward, thuds multiplied. Hask Vorn barked orders. "Reposition squads, primers hot, breach on my mark." Footfalls scrambled beyond the iris. Charge wine-built, plasma-edged hull melter. Ursun's tendril stabbed her console. "Prefect, tribunal sanctity." "Sanctity breached by heretic claim," Hask roared. "Matron sanctions reclassify, Vera seized, human neutralized." Lattice pinged, 20 enforcers stacked at doors, charges armed, Vera tensed, claws pricked Cal's arm, he squeezed the ring, new stratum unlocked, human neural plasticity tore through right protocols. No alien buffers, direct command weave, Cal pulsed the crest signal. "Stand down!" His voice boomed shipwide, lattice amplified, claimant override, doors froze mid-flex, Hask squads halted, enforcers' lances powered off, one by one. Vorn's helmet feed glitched into Cal's overlay. The prefect stared up at his own troops. "Impossible, human can't." "Ring confirms," Cal cut. "Claimant authority transferred, I hold Vera's crest, right law binds all." Lattice locked Hask's lance, remote shutdown. It clattered to the deck. Vorn lunged for it, Cal chained the squad neural links. Enforcers turned inward, weapons trained on their prefect. Hask backed against the bulkhead, sweat beaded his scales. Ursun rose from her throne. "Reclassify, emergency sanction." Cal flooded her console. Crest override purged her access. Her tendrils spasmed, thrown dim to inert metal. "Sanctions denied," the lattice intoned. Ship AI voice now ring-keyed. "Claimant Mercer Vera affirmed, matron keeper authority subordinated." Feeds reignited. Shipwide crew decks erupted in murmurs. Engineers abandoned consoles. Guards knelt in corridors. Matriarch's enforcers, Hask's elite, froze in lockstep obedience. Vera's grip tightened. Warmth spread up his arm, pulse perfect sync. Cal eyed Ursun. She sank back. Calculations shattered in her gaze. Hask pounded a squad mate's chest plate. "Fire, breach now!" The enforcer raised his lance, hesitated. Cal pulsed tighter weave. Weapon flipped, but stroked Hask's jaw. Prefect crumpled. Blood flecked the deck plate. Doors irised wide. No breach, squads parted. Cal stepped forward, Vera at his side. Ring throbbed, full lattice control. New tier, not just ship systems. Alliance binding activated. Right law rippled outward, beacon to sector fleet. Matriarch's jurisdiction war ended. Vera's claim locked fleet allegiance. Under him, Ursun's voice cracked. "Protector, fleet ping confirms, your authority propagates." Cal halted at her throne, no words. He extended the slab panel remnant, his earlier hack, tossed it at her feet. She flinched. Lattice query, all decks compliant. Hask groaned, hauled up by his own squad. Eyes locked on the ring, no fight left. Vera leaned into Cal's shoulder, claws retracted fully. Silence swept the tribunal. Feeds captured it. Ship held breath. Cal released the grav fine-tune. One last pulse. Alliance sealed. Hask Vorn lunged. His squad mate released him too soon. The prefect snatched a backup pulse rod from his belt, ignored the blood trickling from his jaw, thrust it toward Cal's chest. Cal twisted the crest ring. One word escaped his lips. "Disarm." Every weapon on the ship died. Lances clattered to the deck plate. Pulse rods sparked and went inert. Sidearms ejected power cells in synchronized clunks. Hask's rod fizzled mid-thrust, fell from his grip, hit the floor with a dead thud. Silence crushed the tribunal. Cal felt the ring's lattice expand. Not just ship feeds now. Crest protocol pierced hullskin, pummeled sector beacons. Fleet signatures blinked into his awareness. 3 cruisers, 2 haulers, enforcer pickets, all locked. Vera's claws dug into his arm, not fear, triumph. Ursoon bolted upright. Her throne console flickered. Writ overlays shattered across her display. Impossible, fleet auth codes. Cal pulsed the ring again. Crestring's true edge activated, not ship hijack. Fleet protocol override, stripped Vorn's squads across vessels. Every matriarch enforcer lost weapon clearance. Lattice feeds confirmed, lances inert on bridge decks. Rods dead in hangar bays, sector-wide. Hask staggered, clutched his empty belt. Squads behind him froze, no orders came. Their crests dimmed, auth revoked. Cal stepped closer. Vera matched his pace, her warmth pressed against him. Bond pulse thrummed steady. Ursoon hammered her console. Override, Matron Keeper priority, he broadcast next. Single command through the lattice. Bind. Writ system buckled. Ursoon's legal core rewrote itself. Recognized the bound protector. Cal Mercer, final authority, not subordinate, absolute, feeds propagated it, shipwide chimes rang. Protector dominion affirmed, Matron Keeper authority null under right claim. Her eyes widened. Hands fell limp, Hask's gaze snapped to Cal. Realization hit. Prefect dropped to one knee. No words, gestured sharp, fist to chest. His line followed, squads knelt in waves. Corridors echoed the motion via feeds. Fleet decks mirrored it. Enforcers worldwide submitted. Cal halted before Ursoon's throne. Ring throbbed, full cascade control. Sector fleet pinged allegiance. Vera's claim locked them under him. Jurisdiction war erased. A pause gripped the chamber. Feeds hummed low. No alarms, no breaches, just the weight of locked systems. Vera's breath synced with his. Claws eased. Hask bowed his head. Lance untouched on the deck. Ursoon sank back. Writ holograms faded to Cal's seal. Silence held.